to another episode of FlorkNews, you Florkers. This is a Star Wars themed FlorkNews episode. If you don't like that, fuck off. What do I think of the title of episode 8? And if you don't know, the title of episode 8 was released, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 maybe? And it's called Star Wars The Last Jedi, and the fucking title is red. I like it. When I first saw it, I had a knee-jerk reaction when I saw the red. After marinating on it and thinking about it, I'm like, it makes sense. The middle movie usually focuses more on the villain or the bad side of the conflict, and with this, it's going to be the Sith, and we've heard Adam Driver being like, oh, they're going to talk about Kylo Ren's humanity, if there's any left, because he killed Han Solo, you dick. I'm just saying, that man has no humanity left. He killed Han Solo. Fucker needs to die. We're also going to talk about who should and who shouldn't direct a Star Wars film. Now, this idea came around a couple days ago when they announced that Ben Affleck is not going to direct the new Batman, and then like 2 days later they had petitions for Zack Snyder to direct a new Batman movie. I don't really have many thoughts to say on that other than Zack Snyder, no. But who should and who should not direct a Star Wars film? Who do I want to direct a Star Wars film? A lot of people with these choices are going to be like, oh my god, you're too mainstream. And to that I say, yeah, maybe. I don't give a shit. So here are my picks for who should direct a Star Wars film. I'm not saying I want these people to direct a Star Wars film right now. I'm saying that eventually these people should get a shot at directing a Star Wars film. The first person I want to direct a Star Wars film, obvious choice, Joss Whedon. Why? He made Firefly, he made Serenity, he made The Avengers. He knows how to do an ensemble cast and interject really good, fun comedy into that ensemble of people. The show Star Wars Rebels honestly reminds me of Serenity or Firefly. I swear, the comedy in that show is damn near perfect. I would love to see what he'll do with the Star Wars film, but he got burned out doing the Avengers, so I doubt he'll be doing a Star Wars film anytime soon. A lot of people who are like, I want to see this guy do it. I personally don't, because his movies are a little too dark for Star Wars, but Christopher Nolan's name has been tossed around the Star Wars directing bundle thing. Now, I love Christopher Nolan, I do, but he doesn't really fit into a Star Wars universe. Maybe if he lightened up the tone a bit, then maybe he could do it, but I think if Christopher Nolan did a Star Wars film, it would be what happened with the DC universe. It just went too dark, too fast, and it would kind of suck. This one is going to seem very controversial because I just said Christopher Nolan shouldn't do Star Wars. I want to see Quentin Tarantino do Star Wars. Now, before you aim your guns at me and start shooting all your hate comments, hear me out first. Quentin Tarantino has proved that he can do comedy very well, he can do drama very well, and he does action beautifully. Take a character like a Boba Fett or Darth Vader, or Darth Maul even would fit in this area, and have Quentin Tarantino write and direct the movie. Come on. You know you want to see it too. Should they switch up the genres of these Star Wars films? Now, by that, I mean, should a Star Wars anthology movie, should it be a psychological horror? Should it be a straight-up horror? Should they say it's suspense? Should they go comedy? What should the Star Wars movies be? I personally believe, yeah, they should switch up the genres because some characters, and I know they plan to do anthology movies on almost every single goddamn character out there, some characters just wouldn't fit in an straight up action movie. Like Han Solo, I hear, is going to have comedy in it. And Han Solo, that's actually a good thing. Han Solo is actually a very funny person, so having comedy in the Han Solo movie would be perfect. What genre should Star Wars never be? What should they never have in a Star Wars movie? I'm going to go out and say it right now. A romance movie. We should never, ever have a Star Wars romance movie. Now, why do I think this? Romance movies suck. Romance movies are made on like a shitty budget, and they're made with shitty writers and written shittily just to get like middle-aged women in seats so they can get their panties all wet and enjoy the movie, and then go home and bitch to their husbands about how they're not good enough. You ever seen 50 Shades of Grey? You ever seen Twilight? Yeah. Now, if we get a good director and a good writer, and you base it off a good book, maybe, but I doubt that will ever happen. If you haven't read Claudia Gray's Lost Stars, I implore you to read it. Go get this book. It's awesome, and it is a love story. It took me a while to read it, but it was worth it. Seriously. And that brings me to my last topic perfectly. What Star Wars books should they interject into film? Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a rumor floating around that Disney, once they run out of ideas for their core trilogy and their anthology films, they're going to tap into the books. What do I want to see made into a movie of the books? If we're going by canon right now, I would say Claudia Gray's Lost Stars, of course, is a perfect choice for a movie. If not a movie, like 2 or 3 movies, because it's a big story. And if we're going by more canon, I would have to go with Tarkin. Now, Peter Cushing may be dead, but, I mean, they could do it. And if I'm going to have to go with old canon, I'm going to seem like a huge-ass nerd here, but I want to see the Thrawn saga. I want all 5 of these books, all 5 of them, made into, like, 4 or 5 movies. Like, these 2 could be one movie. I mean, Heir to the Empire, you gotta get Thrawn back in there. I mean, Thrawn the book is coming, and I'm totally stoked for it. But I say, do these 3 first as a movie, and then see what people think. But how long should we wait before we make these movies? Because Mark Hamill isn't exactly young anymore. Harrison Ford is done with Star Wars, and these books have Han, Luke, and Leia all in them. Leia has kids. I think at the beginning, like at the beginning of this one, she has her kids. So, should we recast it? Should it be animated? What should they do with it? I think they should wait maybe 20 years and then do it. Like, Carrie Fisher is dead right now. I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford are not that far behind. I don't like saying that, but it's true. There it goes, Dark Force Rising. And given that there's 10 years from the last command at the beginning of these books, should they wait a big amount of time before doing them? No. Fucking do it. Just keep going. You don't have to do the story of the Hand of Thrawn, but it would be nice to have the complete set of the Thrawn saga. Yes, I don't call it the Thrawn trilogy and the Hand of Thrawn duology. I call it the Thrawn saga. Fuck you. If you don't like that, suck my cock and you can sit and spin. Yeah, fucker. But that was this episode of Star Wars FlorkNews. What did y'all think of my opinions? Do you like my opinions? Do you hate my ideas for these movies or of my opinions of the title? What do you think I should talk about next on FlorkNews? Type it all out in the comments below. Let me know. And holy shit, Visions of the Future is hanging off the end of my knee. I will probably never make an outro for these FlorkNews, so I'll be using the same one I've always been using. Peace. Everybody on YouTube, you know what I update regularly? Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go on there, type in FlorkertaTV, boom, you got me. What should I review next? Game, movie, or show? Let me know in the comments below. Y'all got florked.